Now today we're looking at two different types of wheel dollies. If you didn't see the last video that we uploaded, ultimately I had a vehicle on an inclined driveway. It could not roll, it could not steer, and I had to get the vehicle into my garage. And I show the techniques that I used to do that. But inadvertently, I now have two different types of wheel dollies. Let me show you what I have. The first type is your traditional non-ratcheting wheel dolly. Obviously, the way that this works is you jack up the vehicle, place the wheel dolly underneath the tire, lower the jack, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now, your other option is a ratcheting type wheel dolly. Makes the job a lot quicker because you don't need a floor jack. Just place the wheel dolly around the tire, press down the lever with your foot, and the tire will lift up. Now, these are both from Harbor Freight, and initially when I started reviewing these two dollies, I read a lot of people had trouble with the non-ratcheting type. In other words, with two people they could not push the vehicle. And as you can see, this garage is not perfectly flat. It's got some pits, some valleys, and that worried me. So I went with the ratcheting type because the reviews were just that much better. No one really talked about the rolling resistance being a problem, and that's how I ended up with both of them. So that being said, what I'll do is just show on how to quickly set this up. I'll give a demonstration on how it works, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be pushing this vehicle completely on my own. In other words, on the rear, we'll keep these non-ratchet type dollies. On the front, I'll install the ratchet type dollies. And we'll see on this garage floor, again, it's not completely flat, all by myself, if I can push this vehicle. Again, it's probably 3,500 pounds, this vehicle. It's a 2006 Acura TL. Now, just to show you how this works, number one, this fits tires up to 32 inches in diameter and 9 inches wide. Easily adjustable, rolls very nicely, as you can see. Okay, right here is a carrying handle, and this is the key. You have a locking mechanism right here. So let's say, for example, we'll do it in a moment. Oops. Let's say, for example, this is the spot. This is the width I want to be at. You just clamp this down, and this little lever clamps into place, and there you go. Now this works up to 1,250 pounds, 1,250 pounds per wheel. And once you're done, unlatch it, and that's it, you remove it. And again, we'll do a demonstration right now. So here we go. Fits very easily into place. Now the thing I would recommend is, as you can see, this handle, make sure it doesn't get too close to the tire, because when you start to ratchet up, sometimes the dolly will force its way toward the tire, and the handle can strike the rim of the tire. So just make sure you position it in the right way. Clamp it down. And it does take a pretty good amount of force. You could just put your body weight on it. There you go. And I would say within maybe 7-8 pumps, you'll have the tire off the ground. And to lower it, again, it's easy enough. One thing is, make sure this hook is up. If you have it down, then the ratcheting handle can't move to its full capacity, in other words, the range. So just make sure this is up out of the way. Throw that down. And that's it. As you can see, just makes the job quicker because you don't need a floor jack. It's super quick, but again, at $90 a pop, they're not inexpensive. Now, coming over to the non-ratcheting type dolly, as you can see, it does have a little handle, carrying handle right there. The only installation you need to do for both the non-ratcheting and the ratcheting type is install the casters. Just use a little bit of thread lock, and that's it. It does have a brake on two of the front wheels. The rear wheels don't have any locks, which is perfectly fine. And again, this is self-explanatory. It's really not nothing. There isn't much to talk about here. So let me show you on this garage floor. Again, as you can see, it's not completely smooth, how well these both perform. So I'm going to start with the rear first. That's the non-ratcheting dolly. Now, best recommendation if you are doing this on your own, use your back and your legs because you can get a lot of power. Here we go. I'll start by rocking it, and be careful, you don't want to dent any panels. I'm not really using a lot of effort. I don't really want to overdo it because, again, I have that inclined driveway. It makes me really nervous to really give it a lot of push. So, but again, it's really not that hard. Very, very easy. Let's go ahead and try the front. Okay. Now, certainly I will say that the ratcheting dollies do roll a lot easier than the non-ratcheting type, but based on the price, for $55 without the 20% coupon, without the any special deal of the day, really, really nice set. I really should have purchased just 2 sets of those for 110 bucks and called it a day instead of buying these ratcheting dollies. Again, they're nice to have, but they're pricey. They're not inexpensive. Any questions, comments? Please leave it below. I hope this helps anyone out there looking, maybe thinking about buying these dollies. We'll see you next time.